I had brain surgery.
Oh, man.
Okay, AKA hair transplants.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.
Welcome to Tosh Show. Daniel Tosh here. Eddie Gosling's with me.
What's up, Daniel?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
What's up top? You got a little something different.
What's that?
What are you wearing there?
Oh, got my kid's super hat on.
Yeah.
Tosh Show represent.
Nothing else? Nothing else going on underneath?
No, I just got my hat on.
Okay.
Let me tell you something that happened to me. I get jury duty. Why? Because I vote. And when you vote, the way this country fucks you is they make you go they sign you up for jury duty every year. Every single year. Now, I'm never going to serve, and it's not that I don't want to, but if I'm going to be honest when they ask me specific questions, there's no way they can pick me. The problem is I know I am not impartial. I just can't be. You know, if I see somebody with a certain type of shirt on, I just can eyeball somebody and know right away, oh, I am not going to be on their side.
Maybe that's what we need.
I mean, it'll certainly churn through some cases.
Some cases pretty fast.
That judge will love me. I'll get through that caseload quickly. And also nobody can sway my opinion. So it's like, I'm going to see this person like, not guilty. And they're like, no, all the evidence. And I hate our system where it's like reasonable doubt. That's stupid to me. How about like, hey, he most likely did it. Let's go. Stick him in jail. If you most likely did something, you should serve time. Okay, that's beside the point. The point is, I get these summons and I delay it. You go online and you say, oh, I'm a stay-at-home dad that's breastfeeding, whatever. And then that runs its course. And then it's like, well, I'm the sole breadwinner and I'm going to be in Jamaica. Finally, they tracked me down. They're like, this is your week and you cannot postpone it. And so I put it, this was my thinking, I put it on a holiday week, okay, on July 4th. Then the first night that I had a call in to see at 6 p.m. to see if I had to go in the next day, which I couldn't go in the next day. I had something big planned. So I was like, oh, this is going to be awful. Anyway, I call in. Guess what it says?
What?
You're cleared for the week. Thank you for your service.
Nice.
They don't make you call in every night anymore. Or
That's pretty smart.
At least they didn't in my district. And I was like, oh, winner. My wife was furious. She's in the same district. She had to call every single night at 6 p.m. I call in one time. They're like, you're finished. We don't need you. Good for them. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what did I have scheduled the next day that was so big?
Right.
Well, for that, you're going to have to hit the emergency sirens. This technically falls under the umbrella of an emergency pod. I had to have surgery.
Wow.
Now, before, you knew that I had something done. That's why you were asking about my headgear. But you couldn't tell that I had some bandages on because I had this hat on. So everything looks completely normal to the naked eye.
Exactly.
But if I take this off,
it's like
right?
Yeah. No. Now
things look. Now you're like, oh, what happened to Tosh?
I thought you were a surgeon.
Yeah, you do look like a surgeon.
Well, yeah. But once you take this off, then there's more bandages underneath. But you can see that I'm kind of bleeding through on the side of this. Now, what did I do? I had brain surgery.
Oh, man.
Okay, AKA hair transplants.
Okay, same area.
Yeah, I think it's all under the same umbrella. Also, preemptive head lice removal. Okay, I didn't have head lice, but this also eliminated. No, I said to my wife, I said, hey, I just talked to some people that had hair transplants, and they're telling me that the system is amazing now. It's basically like going to a spa day. Now, you know I love spas.
You love them.
I love a spa. Who doesn't like a massage? And the soft music and the whole thing, the camaraderie, seeing other guys naked. You get it. So I was like, well, then I should do this. That way I can compare this to an actual spa. Now, I have Pete. Call my hair doctor, because you know that I've gone to this guy that did the PRP,
right,
which is where they take the platelet enriched. What they take my blood, they draw my blood, they put it in a machine, they shake, and they inject it into my head. I did that for a decade, maybe longer. Who knows? Once a year. Hated it. Never felt good. And my hair, the thing is, I have a good hairline, but the crown and the sides, they're thin, real thin. And they're like, you're the perfect candidate for transplants because they take hair from the back. Well, the thing is, they do it two ways. FUT, that's the follicular unit transplant. Do you know what that is? That's where they cut a strip of your head off in the back where you have good hair. Then they take the good follicles out of there, okay, the good grafts, and they plant them in. And then they sew up that area. So you're just, whatever in the back. But that involves some recovery. I'm not interested. Then they have the FUE. Now this is where they extract grafts individually. They just basically have a little scooper, take the graft out, and then they individually plant it. And I'm like, oh, it sounds tedious and horrible.
Right.
But they said it's like a spa day. So I'm like, I have Pete look into it. He finds the guy. He finds Dr. Pak. Yep. Dr. Pak's going to do it. He was recommended by Dr. DeBow, who does my PRP stuff. So Pete tells me, hey, you've got to make an appointment. And I'm like, I don't want to make an appointment, but I put it off 6 months and I make an appointment. I do it right after a tour. Then the doctor calls me to go over it, and he does not make it sound like a spa day. So I'm like, oh, he's like, well, first of all, you have to shave your head. And I'm like, whoa, shave I thought you were just going to pluck some out and put them around. He goes, no, you got to shave it. No guard, shave your head down. And I'm like, oh, this is a disaster. He's like, you can buzz it, but then we'll shave the back sides where we're going to pull from. And then he tells me how much it cost. You got to put $1,000. I'm like, $1,000 is nothing. That's just to hold your appointment time. Then it's $13,000 for the procedure. So you're in for $14K. And I thought that was ridiculous. But you have to understand, much like Jay-Z, what's 14 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me?
It's true, man.
Okay. So I start talking to some friends of mine that have had work done. They're women. Okay, they've had some plastic surgery. I'm not going to name names, but they're all around me. A lot of my wife's friends, they're at that age. And these things that they've had done, little, whatever, facelifts, anything plastic surgery, the numbers that they throw around are mind-blowing. Like, how much did you pay? This person paid $200,000 for a facelift. I'm like, I never knew she had a facelift. And she goes, that's why she paid $200,000. Because the girl that pays $25,000, you're like, you had a facelift, didn't you? Yeah, you look like a cat. You don't want to look like a cat. But who's got that kind of money? Well, their husbands is the answer. So anyway, that makes me say to myself, all right, should I just shell out the money? Then I hear of all these, you go to Turkey, or as we learned from the World Cup, Turkey. Yeah. How do you pronounce it in the World Cup?
Nope, that's it.
Turkey, yeah. Anyway, people go to Turkey. I don't know how much cheaper it can be. Let's say it's $4. I still have to fly to fucking Turkey? Nah, that's not going to happen. I'll shell out the 14 grand to not go to Turkey. If you told me I had to go to Turkey tomorrow or give you $14,000, I'm going to give you $14,000.
You got to go to Turkey tomorrow or
14
give me
grand.
Thank you.
I decided to do this. Now, they take out grafts from your head. They do around 2,000 grafts. Now you say, but in Turkey, I've been hearing they're getting 4,000, 5,000 grafts. She's like, that's the thing. People go there, then they have to come to us to have it fix it. First of all, they're calling hair follicles grafts, and it's not. Your graft has around 2.2 hair follicles on average. So between 2 and 3 hairs come out of each graft. Okay, but you have some grafts that are single. So he uses the singles for your hairline. I didn't really need that. So then the other ones that have multiple hairs coming out, you do that. So 2,000 grafts leads to about 5,000 new hairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then here comes the big negative. You don't really see growth until 6 to 12 months after the procedure. And before that 6 months, you see a loss. Your hair's in shock. All the graft hairs fall out completely, but then it starts to grow. So it's like if it doesn't work well for you, you're like, it's a year later and you're like, well, fuck them. But whatever. So how many grafts did I get done? What's your guess? I got 2,001. They gave me a free one, didn't even charge me for it.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's such a cruel twist in my family because everyone has so much hair except me. The one that got into show business, my sisters, my brother, my dad and mom. Oh, my dad's head of hair is so thick.
Do you consider what you have a birth defect?
I mean, I consider it something, more of a on the spectrum.
Yeah, it's something.
It's definitely something. Now let me explain to you the procedure. Because I was excited about this. I packed appropriately. They don't make sure you wear a button up or a zip up. They don't want to go over your head.
Okay.
And you get there at 6:30 in the morning, which to some people sounds like a nightmare. To me, it's wonderful because there's no traffic in LA. You just zip to their office. You go there. It's off Wilshire Boulevard. I parked my car. You're not allowed to drive. You have to have somebody else drive you. I drove my truck, parked my truck on the street around the corner. You can't walk in. You have to call because it's before the building even opens. Somebody comes down in an elevator, brings you up. Beautiful office. Okay, I'm already happy. Desk, lighting's great. Brings me in an office. Big TV right next to me. Nice chairs. Then a nice chair to lay in for the procedure. I got the World Cup on and Wimbledon on. I'm double dipping. I got soccer and Wimbledon going. Oh, so now I'm like, this isn't bad. Then they hand me a menu, not an overwhelming menu, not a Cheesecake Factory bullshit. Well, anyway, they just hand me that, and then they hand me a pen. They just circle what you want for lunch later. I'm like, how long am I going to be here? And then I shut your fucking mouth. Now, I got there at 6:30. You're going to leave about 1 to 2 o'clock-ish. But we're going to get you lunch. Anyway, I circle some stuff on there. Guess what? There's cookies on there.
Oh.
Big circle there. Okay, then we sit down. They're going to give me, local anesthesia, a prick in the arm, and I took a pill. I didn't ask. I just swallow stuff. Fine. Now I sit back. We start chatting. I'm doing bits already. 2 or 3 people coming in and out, checking on me. I feel great. And they begin. Feel nothing. Get sleepy. And then occasionally I wake up and my Coco Golf lost the first set. I just start screaming. He's like, hey, quit moving. I'm like, all right, sorry. And no prep work like a real surgery either. Like, you can eat breakfast before you come in. Mm-hmm. And then they start to go to work. I'm like, you mind if I take some photos of you? He's like, I don't care. I'm holding my phone up and he's just up there on my scalp, just doing God knows what. And I asked him if, we got to take the hair from my head. He's like, no, we can do it from anywhere. If you got curly hair, I know a good spot. But I don't know if I'd enjoy watching somebody take my pubic hair away.
Like harvest the sack?
They can harvest anything, I'm told. Now, but you can't harvest, you can't I can't plant one of my grafts in your head. Your head will reject it. It'll know right away. That's Tosh's.
Okay.
Boom, doesn't work.
Didn't know that. That's interesting.
Uh-huh. I was like, what about my sons? There was, I don't remember the answers, but I was like, because I still have his umbilical cord somewhere. Can you stick that in my head? And I think you can do something with it, but I don't remember what. But anyway, by the way, I don't know who I'm going to give it to, but one of our guests is going to get, there's all my hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I shaved my head. You know who buzzed my head? I had my son do it because he really didn't want me to cut my hair. I'm like, hey, you want to come to the bathroom and do this real quick? It'll be funny for mom. And then we just shaved my head. But anyway, we'll give that away to some guest. Some guest is going to want, maybe a fan. if there's a fan on the show that wants my hair, but that's my DNA.
Yeah, someone's gonna clone you.
You gotta be careful.
Whoa, what if I give this to somebody and they just plant it? Like they just travel around the world to like
Crime
murder
scenes.
scenes
Yeah, just little-
and just sprinkle some of my hair. That's a bad idea.
Yep. You
All
hold
right,
on.
maybe I don't give it to a fan because I don't trust them.
Burn it now.
No, I got to do something with it.
You could put it with your fingernail collection.
Now that collection is too. I could make a small pillow out of it. Okay,
Earmuffs.
so I'm doing the surgery. I'm like, this isn't bad at all. Then I have we take a break. I eat. He finishes it up. He's like, it looks great. Everything looks good. I'm like, okay. And then they were like, it's time to leave. And they're like, well, who do you have picking you up? I'm like, oh, Pete's got it all set up. Pete's we got a car outside. And then the guy's like walking me out because I said to my wife's like, you can't drive home, right? And I go, no, they won't let us, but I'm going to try. And I told Pete if I thought I couldn't, I would text him and have him set something up and get my car later. But, and as soon as I stood up, I felt very wobbly. But when I sat down, I felt strong.
Behind the wheel.
Right. Well, no, hold on. So he's walking me down to put me into my Uber that doesn't exist. And I just say to him at the door, I'm like, hey, I really appreciate it. I'm good. I'll see you here. This is our goodbye. And I just walk out the front door and my aggressive nature stopped him. And so then I just walked around the building to my car. But then I was like, is he watching me?
Right.
I'm not going to glance back. So instead, I'm just going to get into the passenger side of my car. So that if he sees like, oh, there he's got in the passenger seat. And then I just climbed over.
So good.
Okay?
It's a very good move.
Then I drove home. Can you get a DUI for saying that you drove under the influence, but that no one ever pulled you over during it? Right.
I would say
Okay.
no.
But I felt fine. And I know every alcoholic in the world says that too. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was bad. I'll probably get in trouble for that. Whatever. I drove home fine. There was no issue. I felt fine the whole time I drove. Let me tell you what kind of medicine they gave me. This is the medicine they gave me for healing. By the way, they're like, you have to sleep on your back. You can't sleep on your side. If you sleep on your side or your stomach, the blood, everything will start coming down your head, and you'll just get, your eyes will close and your cheeks, everything will get puffy. So you have to sleep on your back. But guess what? I can't sleep on my back, not for long. So I propped myself up. I do like a lot of pillows. That's more for an acid reflux thing. But you have to prop up, and I still kind of rolled to my side a little bit. What's this? That's a Xanax. Oh, what is that? That's for nausea. On Dancitron for nausea. This is a cream I have to rub on my head. By the way, I did the surgery yesterday, guys, and I'm here.
Brain surgery yesterday.
Against doctor's orders. Against doctor's orders. Okay, and then what is this? This is codeine. This is all the stuff that you have to take as soon as you get home. You got to get ahead of the pain.
Uh-huh.
All right, guess what I've taken?
Nothing.
Nothing. I felt nothing. I feel fine.
You can sell the codeine to Dylan.
That's what I was thinking. You take Xanax every night, don't you, Dylan?
I've never taken Xanax, no.
Never? All right, so let's see what happens if you take 7.
With a few cocktails.
Not just one, all 7.
I got 7 of those. This has no refills, but there's quite a few in here of the codeine. Have you taken codeine?
No, I've taken very little medication in my life.
Yeah, I'm not a medicine guy either. So then this is this like shampoo that I can only like wash the side of my head, the area that was the donors.
Okay.
And then there's a sponge, a special sponge that I put some of this shampoo in, and then I just kind of dot the top of my head, which is bleeding. And then I have to rub the cream. This is all for like 5 to 7 days. Meanwhile, I'm going to be wake surfing in 2. So,
Okay.
I'll let you know how it pans out. Yeah, so do I keep these drugs or do I just throw them away?
Keep them.
Oh, see, Pete immediately said, don't throw them away, like sad. That's like a real drug person.
Yeah.
You take drugs, Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll save them for you. I go through my medicine cabinet all the time and just hand I'm like, what is this?
That's funny.
And my wife is like, I don't know. I'm like, why is it still here? Get rid of it. Oh, this? Okay, so now let me show you this. So this is what my head was wrapped in when I first took it off.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
that's for real.
Right? I'm joking. That's my wife's maxi pad. She was spotting.
Oh.
She was spotting. No. This was on my head. Yeah, you know, you got all these little specks of blood on you. This is what I walked out of the hospital with. Took that off, jumped in my car, drove home. Then they beg you to come back the next day. I'm like, I don't do two things. Like, I thought this was a one and done spa day. But they beg, they're like, we just want to make sure everything's okay and going right. And if any of the grafts are coming out, we can push them back in and we'll wash your hair the first time. So everything is, and so I was like, fine. And I drove back early in the morning the next day. This was today.
Huh.
Yeah, this morning. I've already done this morning. And they washed my hair. It took 10 minutes. They pushed one graft in that was apparently sticking out. Doctor said, hey, you look great. All right. I left. I was like, nah, that wasn't worth it. But they were happy that I did it. But they did do this today. This is what made the trip worth it today. She says, I don't know what Pete is to you. What do you call, like, is he your assistant or what? I said, he's my partner. He does everything. You know, producing partner, tour manager, he does it all. Man of, you know, many hats.
Right.
I go, speaking of hats, I go, he's just bald as shit. He went to my last PRP doctor, and they're like, no, you're too far gone. And she says, he's not too far gone for us. We could put a head of hair back. She goes, it might take 2 sessions, but as long as he's got any hair at the base around, we can do it. What do you think of that, Pete?
For $14,000 times 2?
Well, I don't know, but that's not even why I'm bringing this up. Forget that part of it. Forget the fact that she says that you could definitely have your hair back. You know, obviously this would mean I'd have to cut a check. But she says to me, she goes, I've worked with a lot. She said it like that. She goes, I've worked with a lot of celebrity clients and athletes. And let me tell you, Pete is by far the best person I've ever dealt with when handling anything. She just kept, and I was like, she goes, I just want you to tell him that we really appreciate how on top of everything he was. And I go, well, that's amazing, because I hate how on top of things he is, because he just annoys the shit out of me. Kind of like, hey, we need to know now. We need an answer. Ugh. But she was just singing his praise, like he's great. Just, you know, half the time we can never get in touch with these people. And I go, who are you talking about? She's like, Julia Roberts. No. She didn't say any names, but she definitely insinuated that the list is long of male and female celebrities that are just in that. And they just do like one person a day. That's it.
And athletes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
some celebrities are athletes, but not all athletes are celebrities.
I like that.
Rafael Nadal had one.
Did he? His didn't work.
Maybe he went to Turkey.
Yeah, he might have went to Turkey. Let me tell you something about Turkey. Now that we brought Turkey back up, they brag like, oh, that they did 4,000 or 5,000 grafts. But she goes, you can't. You can't do that many. If they're too close to each other, they reject each other, and they become dormant and they die. Oh. So they have to be apart from each other. They can't be stacked. So like when they start saying that they've done, you know, this huge amount that's way more than the 2,000 or 3,000, it's bad. It's not going to work. It's not what you want. So I was like, okay. So when they told me that I got 2,001, I was like, good deal.
So are you going to keep this cap on for a year and then a reveal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll show photos of the surgery, but the big reveal will be 6 months to 12 months from now. The big reveal.
I love it. You
know what I might do with this? You think I can send this to Locks of Love? I think they need 6 inches or more for Locks of Love. Can somebody give me an answer on that? How long to give to Locks of Love? Because I don't know that they would even want this stuff.
think you need a foot.
You think it's a foot? Fuck you, it's not a foot.
10 inches.
10 inches the locks of love need?
Yes, it's a minimum.
I understand it's a minimum. They're not going to turn around that fucking one woman.
14? No.
You know where locks of love needs to hit? Those fucking weird little cult towns in Kentucky with those people that don't cut their hair. David, you know who I'm talking about.
Like a blood drive.
Yeah, why don't you guys, instead of all the nonsense that you're not doing with your stupid religion, why don't you fucking help kids that have cancer and cut your fucking hair? If you need to go from an airplane to dinner without changing, your pants should be able to keep up. That's why I'm excited about the Jet Setter Tech Pant from Jack Archer. These are the kind of pants that simplify things. Instead of needing different pants for work, travel, and weekends, the Jet Setter Tech Pant is designed to do more with one pair. Built for the office, golf course, date nights, and everything in between. I'm telling you. Another thing Jack Archer gets right is fit. They offer multiple fits, inseams, and colors, so you're not forced into some generic option that supposedly is made for everyone and actually fits no one. See, I'm a 34 inseam and a 34 waist, but I like my waist to be a little bit on the bigger side. But I don't want to buy bigger than 34 because that's admitting defeat. Right now, Jack Archer is offering our listeners 15% off your first order with promo code GETJACK. Go to jackarcher.com and use promo code GETJACK for 15% off your first order and see why thousands of people have given the Jet Setter Tech Pant 5 stars. That's jackarcher.com, promo code GETJACK for 15% off your first order. This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack, hydration, and coffee sponsor. What do I like about IQ Bar? Well, for one, there's a lot of variety across their whole lineup. You got protein bars, zero sugar hydration mixes, and mushroom coffee in a bunch of flavors. IQ Mix electrolyte hydration sticks. Okay, you got lemon lime, blood orange, blueberry pomegranate, peach mango, there's my winner, passion fruit, pina colada, there's my backup, raspberry lemonade, and iced tea lemonade. They have so many great flavors. How could it get any better? And right now, IQ Bar is offering our special podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, including the Ultimate Sampler Pack, plus free shipping. To get your 20% off, text TOSH to 64,000. That's TOSH to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details. Don't use store-bought pesticides. It's diluted and outdated. Pesties sends you the same stuff that the pros use. Pesties gets rid of over 100 types of bugs, from spiders and ants to roaches and scorpions. Pesty is kid-friendly, pet-friendly, so you can also treat indoors. The pesticides they ship are fully registered and have been used in hospitals and schools all over the country, plus free shipping. Pesties is effective, easy, and affordable. Other pest control companies charge hundreds of dollars. That's right, hundreds. With Pesties, you can get started at just $35 per treatment with a customized plan based on your location, bugs, and weather. Best of all, Pesties offers a 100% bug-free guarantee or your money back. If the bugs don't go away, you'll get a full refund. They can do that because they know it's going to work. Keep bugs out of your summer sanctuary with Pesty. Go to pesty.com/Tosh for an extra 10% off your order today. That's pestie.com/TOSH for an extra 10% off. Do you have any questions about the procedure?
Will you ever have to do a follow-up or?
No. Will I ever have to do this again? I guess in theory, if your hair is balding, it continues to bald until there's no hair left, right? So
Yeah.
if there was no donor hair, I would not be able to do it. And if I can't imagine a world at 51 that I ever do this again. This was so stupid. This was such a waste of money. Did I do it for the content? No. My wife thinks I'm prettier with hair. So I'll, throw her that bone.
You're doing it for her.
But she'd also like me to work out. So it's like, which would you rather, hair or muscles?
Can you even work out for like a year now?
Not for 2 weeks.
Oh.
hair. I always say, "What you want? Hair, muscles?" And she's like, "Oh, that's a tough one." It's like when I asked Pete, would he rather eat my ass or give you a BJ? And he said, "I'd much rather eat your ass."
By the way, he keeps bringing it up. Like, are we doing
He's talked about it almost every day since.
Relentless.
Let's make good on this.
Sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, I talked about it with Sam, and Sam's fine with me trying both, and then I finish on the one I liked more."
Sometimes we're like, what are you talking about? And he has to remind us.
So no, I don't believe I will ever do it again, but not because I don't need it, because I can't imagine I care again.
How many grafts, just out of curiosity, does an average person have on
Well, why don't you fucking use your dumb Mint Mobile and tell us?
Okay, let me do that.
Yeah.
How many grafts does the average adult male have? What if they say 2002? You're like, oh, shit.
What?
It's got to be 20,000 men.
Oh, 6,000 to 8,000 usable hair grafts available in the safe donor zone.
Okay, that's in the safe donor zone, but on the human head.
Total human head
Yeah.
contains about 80 to 100,000 individual hairs.
So half of that is like 40 to 50. Yeah. So it's not nothing. 2,000 is not nothing.
No, it's good.
I mean, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what it looks like.
Like, what if in a year, everything looks normal, and then where you had it just goes out, like toughs out front, or just pushes a different direction? Would that be a thing that could happen?
You talking about like if I had a calic that no longer exists because of it? The reason my hair was always strong is because I had this one thick patch right in the front, and it's perfect for the old comb over look. So I could always do. But yeah, my hair, I don't think the waviness at my 2-inch length or 3-inch length that I keep it at will be affected.
Do you have to wait a year to get a haircut?
No, you don't have to fucking wait a year to get a haircut, Dylan. Both of these questions have been dumb.
You can get a haircut whenever you want.
Yeah. Why can't you cut your hair?
I don't know. You're trying to let your hair grow in.
Well, yeah, I'm going to let it grow for a while, but then when I need it cut, I'll cut it. I'll buzz it. I'll do whatever. Basically, you can't do anything for 2 to 6 days. After that, do whatever you want. Shave it, rub it.
Did they mention any celebrities that had come through?
No.
No?
None. They're so tight-lipped.
That's good.
I was like, come on.
Give me one.
Who's been in here? They're like, we can't talk about it.
Had the doctor had it done before?
Don't know, but it looks like he's a candidate. A lot of the questions that I asked the doctor, I was under some medication, and a lot of that's a little foggy. All right. Let me put some of this stuff away, and then we can get back into anything. Do you think this will help the podcast
Yes.
if I have more hair?
This is the This is what was holding us back.
Well, I mean, listen, we were already at the top.
Now we're going
Okay?
out of the stratosphere.
Out of all the political podcasts that I listen to, this one's the funniest.
Absolutely.
So that's something.
What's next?
Tattoos.
Tattoos?
Once I get a full head of hair, then I'm starting the tattoos.
It's pretty
Get
good.
all inked up.
Or should I do piercings first?
Tats.
I went through a piercing phase in my late teens, but then that was short. That was short-lived.
Would you pierce?
Just the 4 majors: tongue, cock, and both ears.
The Grand Slam. They call it.
Well, are you interested, Ed? If they
it's
they said they could give your full head back, and it wouldn't cost you, they'll do it on the house for the pod. Would you do the procedure?
Sure, absolutely.
You would.
Yeah.
I would tell you not to.
You say not to.
I'd just be like, why do you care at this point is what I would say.
Just to see what happens.
All right, good for you. All right, then let's see. If they offer to do a free one, Pete, would you do it?
Yeah.
All right, I think we'd give it to Pete.
Give it to Pete.
We give it to Pete. We leave Ed alone.
Remember we did the tape on Pete's head? We made him hair one time.
We've made Pete have hair. We've done Pete hair a few times with the spray stuff that you can put on, and we've put electrical tape on his head to make him look like he had hair.
At one point of the tour, we get bored and we just turn to Pete's head and make him hair.
All right. Well, if they want to, if they get excited about the plug and they say, hey, we'll do one for free, have Pete come in. That's the end of the emergency. Eddie, hit the sirens. All right. Thank you for listening to the show. Carl, appreciate you being here. I'm glad you don't have any hair loss problems of note. The doctor that did my hair transplant is an author, okay? World-renowned, New York Times bestseller. I don't know if that's true or not. What's the name of the book he wrote?
Hair loss and replacement for dummies.
Hair Loss and Replacement for Dummies. I've always wondered about those books, the For Dummies books, because while possibly incredibly informative, I would just refuse to leave that spine out on my bookshelf.
It's just like, it'd be great if you were doing a newscast and those were all behind you.
Those are the books? That's not bad.
Then it's funny. It's like, oh,
Yeah, if you're constantly zooming and you just have a stat, just like a whole library encyclopedia style of nothing but all the dummy books.
like, she would be asking him. He seems well read.
Oh, the guy knows what he's talking about. And then Cliff Notes.
It's just all these things.
He authored that. Good. All right, Dr. Pak. Good for you. Look at that. Again, a free plug. Check out our websites. What is it? Patreon.com/Tosh Show, ToshShowStore.com, and then DanielTosh.com to check out our tour dates. And now, some music. Great. They love me not. Eddie, what do you got for us?
All right, first one's They Love You. This is Ava/E5F8Y.
I hope that you don't have to set it up with They Love Me. I hope I can hear it and determine if this is someone that's a fan or hatred.
Like, hear the love through the
Okay,
comments.
let's hear this. They Love Me.
All right, Tosh. Never disappointing. Love it. You mesh with what I find funny. Unique minds.
Unique minds.
Yeah.
Just the two of us?
Yeah.
See, that's what this is for. Just a handful of us. That's success. A Warren Buffett. You know, you ever click on a Warren Buffett link or a story? It's like, it's always like, the two things that he said you should do. And, you know, they're always like, try hard.
And save your nickels. Like, all right. Thanks, Warren.
All right, what else you got?
Roxas13. Tosh is a cranky old man who yells at kids in the front of his house.
That's not really my stuff. First of all, I can't. I've got, you know, a privacy wall and double hedge.
Right.
But there's no one I can yell at. I don't even see children. But I don't really like to yell at kids. It's their parents that I hate.
Right.
Oh, the parents. I could spend all day yelling at parents. Just old people. I'd rather yell at the old people, yelling at the kids. That's who I yell at. Yeah. See you next week.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.